Hi, it's Mr. Brough here. I just want to talk you through the origins of the Weimar Republic. And this is a story that starts in the spring of 1918. So in the spring of 1918, the Germans tried their last gamble to win World War One, the Spring Offensive. And it was a gamble that failed. And by this point, there were 2 million Germans who were dead from the war. Ordinary Germans were starving because the British Navy was blockading Germany, and ordinary Germans blamed the German Kaiser Wilhelm II for this. And in the autumn of 1918, ordinary Germans turned against the Kaiser, and they turned against the war. So on the 3rd of November in 1918, there was a very serious German mutiny. The German Navy, based at Kiel, mutinied and said they wouldn't go out to sea. And on the 9th of November 1918, Kaiser Wilhelm II was forced to give up his throne. He was forced to abdicate. On the 10th of November, the German politician Friedrich Ebert was named the German Chancellor. And then on the 11th of November, at 11 o'clock, Germany agreed to sign the armistice, to sign the ceasefire that ended World War One. What was the impact of World War One on Germany? Well, really, it devastated Germany. By the end of the war, there were 7 million Germans who were dead or injured. There was mass starvation. The Allied blockade of Germany meant that there were about 500,000 people who had starved to death. Germany had no money. It was bankrupt. The war had cost to Germany about £37 billion. At the same time, many Germans were unhappy that the war had ended. They were unhappy that the government had signed the armistice, because they didn't really understand how bad the situation had been for Germany, because the German government had controlled the media, they'd controlled the newspapers. And you also have a situation at the end of the war where you've got tens of thousands of ex-soldiers who are wandering around Germany, and they form themselves into militias such as the right-wing Freikorps. Okay, so if we look at the emergence of the actual Weimar Republic, a republic is a country that has no king or queen, and obviously the Kaiser had abdicated. In January 1919 there were elections in Germany, democratic elections, and the centre party, the SPD, won and did very well. And so Friedrich Ebert became the first democratic president. And the SPD decided to draw up a constitution for how the new republic would be governed. Now, the new government were based in Weimar, which was a small German town, and the reason why they were based there is because Berlin was unsafe because of the Spartacist uprising. Now, many of the newly elected MPs, many the called deputies in Germany, many of the deputies were opposed to a new democratic constitution. However, on August the 19th, 1919, a new Weimar Constitution was approved. So what I'd like you to do, please, as an intervention task, is make notes on this clip. If there's anything you're not sure of, you can also go on Bloodle, and there's a copy of the revision guide on Bloodle, or you could use your own revision guide. But by the time that I set you in class, I would like you to have made revision notes on this clip. You can do that with bullet point notes if you wish, or you can do it as a mind map if you wish, but please make sure you have got some detailed revision notes for this.